And welcome back, everybody, to PSW Impulse. We have a lot of great matches on the card. This is following Warzone, so we got a lot of great stuff going on, and we got a big first match to kick off the show. Just the way Impound in Warzone ended, we have a PSW World Championship rematch for Joe Blade and the Gstring. So this is gonna be one heck of a match, because let me get to announcements first.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Championship.
But as I was saying, this is for the PSW World Championship. Joe Blade immediately cashing in his rematch clause, if you will, for his World Championship rematch that every champion is guaranteed after they lose their title. So Joe Blade immediately cashing it in tonight, and he lost by a roll-up, which is very surprising. That doesn't really happen, especially on pay-per-views. But they did have a false count anyways match, so there was no rope break involved, no in the ropes count, so they could have been outside or on the steel steps for the pinfall, and it's a false count anyways match, so no rope break or any of that. But Joe Blade lost by a roll up and back up on his feet immediately after the match. So it was a bad situation for Joe Blade, and he wants to cash in his rematch clause. And Gstring, I don't think he's very happy about that either, because he just won the championship this recently on Sunday, and I don't think he's very happy about having to immediately defend it here tonight. But Gstring is always ready for a fight, and here's this money falling down, and oh man, a new look from the Gstring here. I already have a beard growing in, and looks good with that championship, and we're ready to see who walks out a champion tonight. Gstring picking up the victory last night with the roll-up, and they did have a great match, back and forth, hitting each other's finishers back and forth, and it was a great match. But at the end of the day, the Gstring did win, so that is our current PSW World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm sure he's not wanting to lose that tonight or anytime soon. But Gstring definitely looking ready to go. All this money falling down from the rafters. I do not think that's real money, but with Gstring, we paid him a lot to sign with us, and that could be real money though. That could be our own money that we paid him, but there's no telling if that's real or not. But here we are, about to get this rematch underway. And that's what it's all for right there, that PSW World Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 265 pounds, Joe Blade.
Joe Blade looking very focused and ready to get this rematch underway.
Introducing the champion from Belfast, Northern Ireland, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the World Champion, G.
Now Gstring looking ready to defend that championship. I don't think he's very happy about it already, but next up we have our Lost in Japan pay-per-view coming up, so it's just a matter of time, depending on who wins tonight, who will be going against each other for that championship. Could it be Joe Blade defending, or could it be Gstring defending? Because if Gstring picks up the victory tonight, we're gonna have to crown a new #1 contender, and you better know that Joe Blade will be in that #1 contenders match next week if he does not successfully win. But if he does, I'm sure Gstring will cash in his rematch clause as well. possibly at Lost in Japan or next week. There's just no telling. There's so many things that can happen. And now Gstring just going back and forth with Joe Blade here. Joe Blade, big Irish whip into the corner. Big forearm to the back and to the back of the head. Now Gstring. Big reverse DDT. Or STO into a DDT, whatever that move was called. And now Gstring. With those big kicks to the head of Joe Blade. Big stomp to the back of the head of Joe Blade there. Now Gstring dropping down Joe Blade face first into the mat. What is Gstring thinking? Big stomp to the leg, and now big stomps to the back or to the kidneys of Joe Blade. Now just working on Joe Blade here with this slow pace that he had at Warzone. Now he's doing it here on this rematch on Impulse. Gstring with the front chin lock. Now kicks. Big knee strike. Now what is Gstring gonna go for? Another big I gotta learn what that move is called, but a big move from Gstring. No, big kick to the head from Joe Blade to Gstring there. What a big kick. Now big shoulder block from Gstring. Now picking up Joe Blade. What is Gstring gonna go for here? And now just working on the arm again with the slow pace of Gstring. What a rivalry this has been between Gstring and Joe Blade, and I'm very interested to see what happens here in the coming weeks of PSW Impulse leading up to Lost in Japan. That is a brand exclusive pay-per-view for Impulse. And then Impound will be having a brand exclusive Taste and not Taste. I am just watching this commentary. Taste of Mexico pay-per-view is exclusive for Impound. This is technically our last week of not being a brand split of shows. Next week will be official for brand split. People will be split up on brands. I have yet to decide if I will announce who's on what brand or just let it be a surprise. But now this fight breaking out into the side here, outside of the ring at ringside, and now back in the ring. The ref was at a 4 count, but big elbow strike to the midsection of Gstring there from Joe Blade. Joe Blade just working on Gstring in the corner. The ref is going to have to break this up. This is a normal match. There are disqualifications and countouts, so Joe Blade's got to make sure he doesn't get disqualified, or Gstring will still be our champion. Gstring with the champion's advantage, and big DDT from Gstring. Now going for the pinfall. Will this be it? 1, 2. Oh, I thought it was going to be a 2 count, but Joe Blade kicking out at 1. Now Gstring calling for Joe Blade to get up. Will this be his finish? Big kick to the midsection. Up on the shoulders. Big powerbomb lung blower. Going for the pinfall. Will this be it? 1, 2. And Joe Blade fighting and crawling and scratching, trying to stay in this match. Kicking out almost at the 3 count. Now Gstring just working on Joe Blade after that and trying to end this match, trying to retain his championship. And now Gstring with that big shoulder block. Big spear from Joe Blade. Will he be able to make it for the pinfall? Going for the pin now. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Joe Blade thought he had it there, but Gstring just fighting to stay in this match. And now working on Gstring is Joe Blade. Gstring making his way back up to his feet. Oh my gosh, big move for the G-string to Joe Blade there, and what is this gonna be? Oh my gosh! 1, 2. Oh, Joe Blade kicking out before the 2 count. Joe Blade fighting to stay in this match, fighting to reclaim his championship. Irish whip to the corner, big shoulder block from Gstring. I'm sure these two men are wanting to stay on Impulse, since Impulse is the main show of Power Sport Wrestling, I guess you could say. But oh, big DDT from Gstring. Will he retain his championship here tonight? 2. Only a 2 count, but as I was saying, the talent that gets drafted to Impound, they've got to be willing to make that the A show. But as of right now, I guess it's the B show, since Power Sport Wrestling started off as blue and as the blue brand and the A brand, but now since we've added Impound recently, it's, I guess you could say that's the B show, but it's still just as important for whoever is drafted there. But now Gstring just working on Joe Blade and calling for Joe Blade to get up. Big kick to the midsection, up on the shoulders, dropping him down hard with the powerbomb lung blower. 1, 2, 3, and Gstring picking up the victory, successfully retaining his championship here tonight. What a great way to kick off Impulse following Warzone. Gstring, here are the replays. Gstring was very confident coming in this match, and Joe Blade possibly still not very happy for losing his championship, and probably costed him the match tonight. Just so many thoughts and distractions going on in his head. But I can guarantee next week he will be getting his obligated rematch. Not obligated rematch, he just had that tonight. He will be in a number 1 contenders championship match, just to give him an opportunity to a second chance, if you will, to become number 1 contender once again. But tonight, Gstring walks out as still the champion.
World Champion
Gstring looks very happy that he's still walking out as champion, still holding that gold. Exactly what he came to PSW for, and he's successfully able to retain, and now I think he's ready to find out who he will be going against at Lost in Japan. And then now it's going to be the PSW European Championship rematch, Outcast versus Jailin. I'm sure the Outcast is looking to reclaim his European Championship here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the European Championship.
And then now, first making his way to the ring, we have the Outcast. He looks very focused. I don't think he's really affected by him losing. I think he's very confident coming into this match. Both of these men putting on great matches ever since they've started here in PSW. It all started way back in that European Championship tournament. Both of these men made it to the finals of that tournament, and now the Outcast is looking to reclaim his championship that he won in that tournament. And I'm sure Jay Lynch is looking to keep this championship, that since he beat the Outcast fair and square. But I'm sure the Outcast is looking to not fail on his rematch clause that he has, his obligated rematch clause. But now next up, making his way to the ring, we have the Outcast, not the Outcast, Jay Lynch. Jay Lynch is a very aggressive and dominant competitor, and this is not going to be an easy task for the Outcast. But Jay Lynch was able to beat the Outcast 2 weeks ago, or last week, for that championship. And The Outcast is definitely looking to beat Jay Lynch again here tonight, just like he did at the finals of that tournament. But overall, this match should be a great match. The Outcast is definitely looking to reclaim that championship. If he wins here tonight, he will only have one more title defense on an Impulse show, because after the brand split, it will no longer be a open challenge title every week, because we are planning on having a television championship here on PSW pretty soon.
Introducing the challenger from New Jersey, weighing in at 241 pounds, the man of 1,000 holds, the innovator, Mr. Amazing, the Outlaw.
Outcast looking very ready to go to reclaim his championship.
Introducing the champion from London, England, weighing in at 237 pounds, he is the European champion, the superstar, Jay Lynch.
Now Jay Lynch looking to defend this championship. He looks ready for a fight, as he always does. But as I was saying before, we are going to be introducing a television championship, just so we don't have to defend this title every single week. So it will be defended only on brand exclusive pay-per-views for Impulse. And just whenever, I guess the winner wants to defend it on a show like this. But overall, we're going to have a television championship that will be defended no matter what every single week. And then same with Impound, we have the Hardcore Championship that is still going to be defended every single week. But we are also planning on introducing a Junior Heavyweight Championship into the mix here on PSW. And we have about, I guess you could say, 13 cruiserweights that will be in that Junior Heavyweight division. So it's going to be interesting to see who will be claiming that championship. But here we go with deadlift sit-out powerbomb from Jay Lynch to the Outcast. Outcast kicking out at 2. We're at 1. Now Jay Lynch, a big strike to the back of the head to the Outcast. Big shoulder block from the Outcast now. Outcast with a big stomp to the stomach. Now slamming face first into the mat. Now the Outcast picking up Jay Lynch. What is this going to be? Oh, big jawbreaker from Jay Lynch there. A big kick to the side of the head of the Outcast from Jay Lynch. Now, Jay Lynch, what is he going to go for here? Another gut wrench into a sit-out powerbomb. The strength on Jay Lynch here. Now, Jay Lynch tossing the Outcast outside of the ring. Jay Lynch with the champion's advantage. If he gets counted out or disqualified, he will still retain that championship. I'm sure the Outcast does not want that to happen. Now, Jay Lynch is working on the Outcast here. Big forearm to the head of... Oh, no. It's going back and forth here. Big arm drag from the Outcast there. Big snap suplex to the Outcast outside of the ring. Already a 4 count. I'm sure Jay Lynch does not care about that count. So he's going to do whatever it takes to retain this championship. And now, a big move from Jay Lynch to that barricade. Now picking up the Outcast, tossing him back in the ring. I guess he wants this match to continue. He doesn't want it to end in count out. Now dragging him to the center of the ring, going for a pinfall. Ref 1, only a 1 count. The Outcast able to kick out at 1. Now big kick to the midsection from Jay Lynch. Now Jay Lynch picking up the Outcast once again. Big clothesline from the Outcast to Jay Lynch there. Big strike to the head of the Outcast. Now Irish whip into the corner. Big shoulder block. Handspring. Another big shoulder block from Jay Lynch. Oh my gosh, single leg drop kick. Now the Outcast calling for Jay Lynch to get up, or at least be it. And he connects, but will he be able to get the pinfall? Oh, dragging him to the center of the ring. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and the Outcast successfully retains his PSW European, successfully regained his PSW European Championship. And now we have our a 2-time European champion here on PSW, our first ever 2-time champion on PSW. So the Outcast making history here tonight. And the Outcast looking to defend this championship next week for the final time on a weekly show. And I'm sure the Outcast is going to have no problem with defending that championship every single week. Now that he has it, he feels very confident and ready to go. Next up, we have a triple threat match to determine our new number 1 contender for the Women's Championship. And now, first making her way to the ring, we have Taryn Lachlan getting ready to go here. She looks very confident going into this match. Very ready to go. We haven't seen her since the Women's Championship tournament. So we're looking to see if she will be able to pick up a victory here tonight to become the new number 1 contender for that PSW Women's Championship that Amy Anarchy was able to win at Warzone this past Sunday. And now we have the Era Washington making her way to the ring. We're just gonna have to wait and see if she will be able to pick up. Andrea Washington making her way to the ring, waiting to see if she will be able to pick up a victory here tonight and be on her way to pick up her number 1 contendership against Amy Anarchy at Lost in Japan pay-per-view. But if she does end up losing tonight, she might be able to get a second chance at the championship by getting drafted to Impound. So if she does not pick up a victory here tonight, I'm sure she'll be happy to be drafted. And now, finally making her way to the ring, we have Jessica Williams looking to get a second chance at becoming number 1 contender. She did compete in that championship match at Warzone, but was not successful. She was the first eliminated.
From Oakland, California, Jessica Williams.
And now Jessica Williams looks very focused and ready to go here. She, as I was saying, she was first eliminated in that championship match, and she's looking to redeem herself here tonight on PSW Impulse. It's all coming into play here tonight on who will be going against Amy Anarchy. Now the ref calling for the bell. Oh, Andrea going right after Lachlan here. Big running bulldog, and now turning their focus to Jessica Williams. Williams just forearm strikes to Andrea. And gosh, big move from Andrea to Jessica Williams. Now Lachlan looking to get involved with the big spear from out of nowhere. As Andrea was turning around, she gets hit with the spear, and now Williams back up to her feet. What is she going to do here? She's watching this action go on here now. I guess thinking what she wants to do. Big stomps to the fingers or the hand of Andrea, looking to injure that hand. Now big chop from Jessica Williams. Now big gut buster. as Taryn Lachlan rolls out of the ring. Big leapfrog, now dunks under. No, big drop kick from Andrea there. Turns around, gets hit with a big kick from Lachlan. Now kicking with these stomps to Lachlan. Now Andrea looking to pick up Lachlan, but Williams interrupting it. Big German suplex from Lachlan to Andrea. Andrea having to roll out here. Oh my gosh, big suplex. Looked like it was a little bit of a brain buster too from Lachlan. Big kick to the back. Another big kick. Oh my gosh, now Lachlan over on the apron looking to bring it back into the ring with a big suplex, and it connects. Now Andrea and Lachlan going back and forth here now. Now Andrea with a big move. Now focusing her attention on the Jessica Williams. Snap suplex, pin combination, going for the pin one. Only a 1 count for Jessica Williams there. Now Andrea with a big uppercut. Big belly to belly. Looking for a finisher here for Andrea, but Lachlan catches her with a big spinning power slam. Andrea was looking to finish off Williams there, but gets hit with a big turning power slam, and now Williams drops down Lachlan. Big forearm strike. Big kick to the head of Williams, and now Lachlan looking for the submission hold. This is an elimination match, I believe. I'm not too sure. Can't remember if this is elimination or if it's just first fall gets the victory, but now Andrea looking for the pinfall 1, 2, only a 2 count on the Lachlan. A big elbow strike to the midsection of Andrea, and big power bomb from Lachlan. Now going for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and Andrea is eliminated. So this is an elimination match. Now it's into a one-on-one match between Jessica Williams and Taryn Lachlan. Jessica Williams big elbow strikes to the leg of Taryn Lachlan here. Repeatedly that elbow drop onto that leg, just looking to injure it. A big kick to the midsection. What is Williams gonna go for here? Big DDT. We've seen that before. Will it be enough for the victory? The ref 1, 2, 3, and Jessica Williams picks up the victory, looking to go on to Lost in Japan pay-per-view for a championship match against Amy Anarchy. Jessica Williams here with a big victory. Looking to go straight on to Lost in Japan and get a title opportunity and technically a rematch, a second chance since she was at Warzone. But these replays of all 3 of these women going back and forth, what a great match. Take nothing away from the other women in this match. They did a great job as well, but Jessica Williams at the end of the day, Jessica Williams was able to pick up the victory, and now she's going on to Lost in Japan for that women's championship. And she looks very confident and ready to go to Lost in Japan. And then now, next up we have another match. I believe it's going to be Jaden Shadow against a mystery opponent. We have yet to...
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by the Queen,
We have yet...
and from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 205 pounds, Jaden.
We have yet to be informed on who is Jaden Shadow is going against tonight, but I'm sure it has something to do with the Intercontinental Championship, who will be #1 contender. But Jaden Shadow went on the Warzone and faced Jonathan Ray for that Intercontinental Championship, but he was not successful in his match, and I'm sure he's more focused now and wanting to get back in that title picture and earning his shot. But win or lose tonight, I'm sure Jaden Shadow has another plan. I'm sure he's, if he loses tonight, I'm sure he wants to get right into that world title picture. But there's always an opportunity for these guys here on PSW, and Jaden Shadow has been doing a great job. He's one of the first guys to sign with PSW, so I'm sure he's not very worried about anybody taking his spot. But the big question is, who is his opponent tonight? We were hearing backstage that it's that nobody knows who it is. His questionable opponent came in with a hoodie and hiding his face, so we don't know who it is. Very questionable on who he's going against, and it's very hard to prepare for a match like this because you don't know who you're going against. You don't know how to prepare for an opponent that you don't know who it is. So Jaden Shadow looking ready to find out who this opponent is. Wait, I think I recognize that music. And it's Aaron Williams making his return. As you can see, he's wearing that knee brace that he recently had a leg and knee injury that was caused by Jonathan Ray.
And his opponent from Billings, Montana, weighing in at 225 pounds, Aaron Williams.
Now Aaron Williams making his way to the ring. He looks ready to go. He's wearing that knee brace for safety on that knee that was injured by Jonathan Ray, and now he's getting a #1 contenders championship opportunity here against Jaden Shadow. And I'm sure Aaron Williams is not wanting to let this return go to waste, and I'm sure he's looking to become #1 contender tonight. But he's definitely looking ready to go. If I was Jaden Shadow, I'd be targeting that leg, because it is still, I don't know if it's 100% because he is returning earlier than expected. But now Aaron Williams with a big return, surprise return here tonight. He looks a lot more healthy than he did. And now Jaden Shadow with a big backbreaker. Big kick to the back from Jaden Shadow to Aaron Williams. Now going for a stomp, but Aaron Williams moves out of the way with a big arm drag there from Williams. Now big hurricane rana from Williams, going right after Jaden Shadow. Big kick to the back. I gotta wonder if that knee brace on his leg will come into play in any of his matches, if he'll be using it as a weapon. Now going for a big kick to the back, but Shadow able to move out of the way. Here's to the world. I don't know what that move's called. Big stomp to the back of the arm of Williams. Now big snap suplex from Jaden Shadow. Williams already back up on his feet. Big kick to the head of Jaden Shadow. Big heel kick. A big elbow drop from Aaron Williams there to Jaden Shadow. Now Williams picking up Shadow. Big move from Shadow already back up on his feet. Going for a clothesline, but no. Aaron Williams drops him down on the rope. Great ring awareness. Use his surroundings as a weapon, I guess you will. Being aware of his surroundings, and now big punches to the midsection of Jaden Shadow. Aaron Williams with the big Irish whip to the corner, following up with a big wheelbarrow. I forgot what that move's called too. Big move from Aaron Williams. Now going for the pinfall. Only a 1 count. Big kick to the back. Now picking up Jaden Shadow. Going for another Hurricane Rana. But Aaron Williams looking very good on his return. Looking very healthy and ready to go. And now going for this move. But no, big back body drop reversal from Jaden's Shadow. Big snap suplex. What a big move. Or big reversal for Jaden Shadow there. Now Shadow, what he's gonna go for here? Big DDT. Now Jaden Shadow calling for Williams to get up here. Up on the shoulders. Big landslide from Jaden Shadow. I believe that is his finisher. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and oh my gosh, almost a 3 count. But Aaron Williams able to kick out after that 2. Fighting to stay in this match to earn another opportunity at Jonathan Ray to get his revenge. He knows that this is wrestling and anything happens, so he's not really too mad about it, but I'm sure he's not very happy with Jonathan Ray taking a few months or weeks off of his career. And now Jaden Shadow with a big move to Aaron Williams, and now Williams kicking off Shadow. Oh, big moonsault. Or big backflip from Williams. Big elbow strike. Another big elbow with forearm. Turns around. Big spine buster from Williams. Williams look very happy to be back. Big kick to the chest of Jaden Shadow. Now with a big leg drop. I'm sure Jonathan Ray is watching this match very closely in the back to see who he will be going against at Boston, Japan. Now big move from Williams, and now Williams, I think we know what this is. We've seen this before. Will it be that slingshot spear from Aaron Williams? Will we see it here tonight? And we do. It connects. Now going for the pinfall. The ref is in position. 1, 2, and 3. Aaron Williams is our new #1 contender for that PSW Intercontinental Championship, going against Jonathan Ray. I lost in Japan. Now you gotta wonder if Jaden Shadow will try to somehow, some way get involved in that, or is he gonna go straight to the world title division, or go right after the world title picture? It's all a big question on where does Jaden Shadow go from here. I'm sure Aaron Williams is going to be ready for that championship match. He was ready for this match, and he looks very healthy. His leg did not affect him here in this match at all.
Here is your winner, Aaron Williams.
Big victory for Aaron Williams. Now it's just a big question on where does Jaden Shadow go from here. We'll have to wait and see next week as we get that fatal 4-way #1 contenders match for the world title. So maybe Jaden Shadow will be entered into that. And then now, up next, we have a big tag team match. Recently, the British Lanterns losing their titles to Souls of Mischief. This is a non-title match. This is just to determine if they obviously get their obligated rematch, but
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 405 pounds, Ben E. Days and Byron, the Legend, and
the British Lanterns are going to be cashing in their obligated rematch at the Lost in Japan pay-per-view. They just want to have a match against Souls of Mischief to prove that last night was just a fluke, and that that is all luck for the Souls of Mischief. And I'm sure Benny Banks, he was recently attacked after the show as he's leaving, and you gotta wonder if he's 100% tonight. He looks ready to go. I don't think he's injured. I don't know if there's any internal injuries or any main injuries here, but I'm sure if Benny Banks is cleared, he is ready to go, and he's not too serious. But still wondering who that man was that attacked him. But up next, But making their way to the ring next is the new world champion, tag team champions in Souls of Mischief, Justice Rage and Aaron Abbott.
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 571 pounds, the Justice Rage and Aaron Abbott.
The new PSW tag team champions and Souls of Mischief. Looking ready to go here tonight. Very confident because this is a non-title match, so this isn't they don't have to defend their titles. This is just for British Legends to prove that it was a fluke, but I'm sure Souls of Mischief don't really care about what they're trying to do. They just want to pick up a victory so they can prove that they are the dominant team here on PSW. But these two men looking ready to go here. Now the ref calling for the bell. Benny Banks starting off the match here, and now working into the corner. Justice Rage just now the ref having to break this up. Now big Irish whip from Benny Banks. Oh, big arm drag from Benny Banks. Now into the corner, going for a kick but misses. Justice Rage hits him with a big knee strike. Takes Benny Banks to the ground. Now kicking him as he's trying to get up. Now big kick to the face of Benny Banks from Justice Rage. Go for an elbow strike, but Benny Banks hits him with a big Hurricane Rana. Now picking him up, what he's going to go for here. Big capture suplex. Was going to go for a pin combination, but I think he changed his mind last minute. Now Benny Banks working on the arm with Justice Rage. Oh my gosh. That move can dislocate your shoulder. Now Benny Banks going for it again. Looking to disarm Justice Rage, if you will. Big Irish whip back in their corner. Looking to keep Justice Rage separated from Aaron Abbott. Oh my gosh, big code breaker combination from Benny Banks and Byron X. Now Byron X looking to work on that same arm. Justice Rage. Just trying to keep Souls of Mischief separated from each other. Now Byron X just kicking away on the back of Justice Rage. Big kick to the face. Now Byron X working on the arm once again. Big double knees to the back, and now Byron X and Benny Banks looking very confident at the slow pace, and now tagging in each other and going back and forth with these tags. And now Benny Banks is taunting away. Benny Banks looking pretty good here tonight. Doesn't look to show any major injuries. I think it's just minor injuries that he was able to still compete here tonight. We are still wondering who that man was that attacked him last night. Not last night, but at Warzone. We're still wondering who it was. Big brainbuster from Justice Rage. Now picking up Benny Banks. What is he gonna do here now? Now big suplex from Fisherman suplex, I believe is what that was, from Justice Rage. And now double arm brainbuster from Justice Rage. And now Benny Banks looking to crawl to make that hot tag, but Justice Rage able to stop him. Big move from Justice Rage to Benny Banks now. Now what is Aaron Abbott gonna do here? Big stomp to the leg of Benny Banks, and now dragging him to the center of the ring. Now big stomp to the midsection. Just walks over. Now Aaron Abbott is a big man. He weighs a lot more than that. Oh my gosh, big dragon screw from Dragon screw leg whip from Benny Banks. And now Benny Banks stomping away, but Aaron Abbott just stepping on the midsection, and Benny Banks getting out of the ring quickly there after that. Catch a breather, because that will knock all the air out of you after being walked over by a big man like Aaron Abbott. And now Aaron Abbott going right after Byron X. Dragging him to the center of the ring. Big stomp to the back. And just slamming his head onto the mat from Aaron Abbott. Now again, big move from Aaron Abbott working on Byron X now, and just slamming his leg into the mat. Now up on the shoulders, what is this gonna be? Dropping him down. What a big move from Aaron Abbott. Again, Byron X trying to make the tag to Benny Banks, but Aaron Abbott is able to stop him. The big punches to the head of Byron X from Aaron Abbott. Now Abbott just working away on Byron X here. Big stomp to the face. A big knee strike connects. And now as Aaron Abbott just sits there and stares at Byron X, it's gotta wonder what he's thinking, what's going through the mind. Probably thinking of what he wants to do to cause damage and pain to Byron X. And now picking up Byron X, what he's going to do. Big boot to the face. Byron X now taunting in the face of Benny Banks. Now big Irish whip into their corner. What is he going to do here? Big stomps. Now Justice Rage tagging in. Now he's stomping away. Aaron Abbott tagging in. Just stomping away. Stopping a mud hole into Byron X. And now assisted Irish whip drop kick to Byron X and Justice Rage. What the combination of moves and teamwork from Souls of Mischief. Oh my gosh. Outside of the ring. On the apron. Oh my gosh. Big back suplex. And now Byron X back up to his feet. If you could see, the camera angle is kind of bad, but oh my gosh, big move from Byron X. If you could see what just happened on the edge on the Benny Banks, Aaron Abbott just did a back suplex onto the apron. Now Byron X looking to take a little bit of a breather before he goes after Justice Rage, after he's just kicked multiple times from these two men. But Benny Banks is back up on his feet. And a big, oh my gosh, just right down on the knee. Now Byron X calling for Justice Rage to get up. Big kick to the midsection. Will this be it? Going for the submission. Will Justice Rage have to tap out here? Will he tap out? No. No, it looks like he's fighting out of it. Big elbows to the side and big elbow to the face to get out of that submission from Byron X. Oh my gosh, big cutter from out of nowhere. Justice Rage and Byron X crawling and back up to his feet quickly. Oh, big shoulder block from Aaron Abbott that stopped the momentum that Byron X was almost having there. Byron X back up to his feet. Big kick. Trying to take the big down from Aaron Abbott, but no. Abbott stops him very quickly, but no. Byron X. Big double knees to the back. Now Byron X is fired up here. Big double arms. Elbow strike. Now Irish whip into the corner, but no. Abbott reverses. X able to get out of the way. Big kick to the head. Byron now just, oh my gosh, Byron wasn't quick enough to jump over that rope to take advantage of the dazed Aaron Abbott. Now Abbott with a big move to Byron X. Abbott back on the offensive. Big strike to the top of the head of Byron X from Aaron Abbott. Now Abbott just taken down from the legs of Byron X now, and now X working on Aaron Abbott. Oh my gosh, just snapping the arm. Byron X got to get that tag to Benny Banks. He's taking so much damage in this match. It's just he's trying to make sure he will make it over there. Big kicks from Byron X, and again working on the arm now on Aaron Abbott. Byron X trying to slow this match down a little so we can get a little bit of a breather and possibly win this match, but now picking up Aaron Abbott. Irish whip into the corner. What is he going to do here? Looking to go for a move, but no. Aaron Abbott with a big gut wrench. Slam there. Now mounting with these mounting punches. Byron X trying to protect himself as much as possible. Now Aaron Abbott dragging him into his own corner to keep him from making the tag to Benny Banks. Now Aaron Abbott just trying to think of what he wants to do now to cause more pain and suffering to Byron X. But Byron X with a big leg sweep. Going for an arm bar it looks like, and he's got it locked in. Oh, with the leg also. Will Aaron Abbott tap out here? Will this be the end of the match? Aaron Abbott just locked up here, and no, he's able to get out of it. Oh my gosh. Now just slamming him down hard to the mat, and Aaron Abbott now taunting away here. But Byron X taking advantage. That front STO. And now Byron X just going right after Aaron Abbott here. What a main event this is. And now, again, working on the arm of Aaron Abbott, looking to wear down Aaron Abbott. Byron X is now calling for him to get up. Could this be the final move, final part of this match? Now, dropping him down again, going for that submission. Will Aaron Abbott have to tap out here? Will he be forced to tap out? And he's fighting out of it, and he's able to get out of it here. Oh my gosh, I think Byron X just got busted open. Oh, going for a strike, but able to get out of the way in time. Now Irish whip into the corner. Tagging in, Benny Banks now. Big Irish whip. Dropping him down. Now Benny Banks with a double kicks to the back, and Byron X following it up with a big drop kick to the side of the head. And now Benny Banks is fired up. These big kicks from Benny Banks, and now with the neck breaker. Oh, Aaron Abbott able to get the hot tag. Justice Rage fired up here, but no, Benny Banks stops it almost immediately. Irish whip into their corner. Big uppercut. European uppercut from Benny Banks, and I'll pick it up. Justice Rage, what is he going to do here? Irish whipping outside of the ring. What is Benny Banks thinking here? Stomps to the side of Justice Rage, and now Benny Banks looking to drop him face first onto the steel steps. The ref already had a 3 count. And picking him up. What he's going to do here? Oh my gosh. Justice Rage able to get out of that with a big strike, and now Benny Banks with a big fisherman suplex, looking to go for a pin combination, but it is outside of the ring, so it won't count. Now Benny Banks Irish whip to Justice Rage back into the ring. And now Benny Banks taking a little bit of a rest. And a breather here. Big stomp to the back. Oh my gosh. Benny Banks, I think he's trying to find which corner he wanted to go to for that big moonsault is what he was looking for, but kind of wore himself out. Now big deadlift into a big sit out power bomb, going for the pinfall. Will this be it? 1, 2. Oh my gosh, Justice Rage able to kick out a 2. Aaron Abbott was almost not fast enough to get into the ring. Now the ref calling for Byron X to get out of the ring. And now Benny Banks going to the top. Will we see this big moonsault for the victory? And he connects with the big moonsault. But will he be able to have enough to pick up the victory? 1, 2, Byron X stopping Aaron Abbott, and here we are with the winners. British Lanterns able to prove that that was just a fluke last night. Big congratulations to British Lanterns. Big victory for these two men. We'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have a great night.